What is up, boys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I was supposed to make an interior cleaning video, but I thought I'll just get over the messy stuff first, then I'll clean the interior, because I'm working on my gear system right now. As you can see, there's a lot of slop in this, and also for some reason it's not going into the fifth gear. So today I'll be replacing the two end linkages and as much bushings as I can reach from up, because to do other bushings I have to drop down the exhaust and then the heat shield, then I'll be able to get to the shifter box. So I'm planning not to do that right now. In the future, if I have some exhaust work, for now I'll be replacing just few bushings which will let me go into the fifth gear, and it'll remove the most of the slop and also those end leakages. So I was not supposed to make this video, but I thought I'll do it anyways because it might help some of you guys who are facing this slop issue. So let's begin. So first of all, you need to take this ashtray off, the cover and this ashtray. So for that you need to pull this out and remove these 4 screws, and then it'll become free. Also you need to take this off. I know this is completely gone, but I have the replacement for this, so I'll be changing that in the future. So as you can see, there is supposed to be a bushing over here which lets me go into the 5th gear, so that's completely missing. So I'll be replacing that one. Might be also replacing this bushing and this spring over here, this bushing, and also this reverse spring, because it's very tough to go in the reverse gear right now. And I'll be doing it with this kit. This is a complete rebuild kit. I bought this from a local market for 600 rupees. So it's a complete kit, and for some reason there are around 19 bushings, and I thought of every bushing possible. Still, I don't know why they have given 19 bushings. Now I'm confused. So for now I'll be just replacing 4 or 5 bushings over here and the end linkages. So I have those end linkages over here, so this is how it looks, and my other ones are completely short and they are very wobbly. So let's make this shifter great again. So as you can see, I have put this bushing on. So all I had to do is just push it in tightly and pull this spring up and rest it on a groove over this bushing. So I noticed one thing, that this screw is kind of busted and I'm not able to take this off. So for now I am not replacing this spring and this bushing, but now let's replace this reverse spring and the reverse bushing. There is supposed to be one bushing here and one bushing here. This one is cracked, but this one is not even existent at this time. So we'll take off this C-clip. So to do this spring and this bushings, we have to take this C-clip off first. To take the C-clip off, we have to push down on the lever, and with the help of a flathead we'll try to fling this off. The clip is off now. Now next we need to take this clip off and take the complete gear knob off. Then we'll be able to take this one off and put the new one in. So to snip this off, I used this wire cutter and it came out very easily. Now let's take the gear knob off. Now the gear knob is off, and we can go ahead and remove this one. And the one is stuck over here, so I need to clean it up. So before you put the other one on, make sure to clean this groove over here. There might be old pieces of bushing left, so try to pull it up and clean as much as you can. I use this very tiny Allen key to clean all of the junk. Otherwise, if you don't clean it properly, then some fine day you might get stuck into the reverse and you won't be able to put in any gear. So it's very important to clean this groove over here. For now I'm not replacing the spring. I'll be opening this bolt up and replacing this cup bushing, because as you can see mine one is pretty toast. As you can see there's a lot of movement over here. I'll be removing these two T20 poles. After you remove these two screws, this plate will come off, and then this cup bushing will become loose. Now you need to pull it out, so push your gear lever on the side, it will come up, and then you can pull it off. Before I go ahead and replace this, I wanted to show you how much material is there compared to this one. It's literally eaten away all the plastic, and as you can see on this one, it's completely new. So how much material have been taken off, so it's going to make a day and night difference in the shifting. So let's put everything back together, but make sure to clean off the old grease and lubricate it well, and then we'll install it. So it took way too long to install this. It took a lot of fiddling, and then finally I guess it took at least an hour to put this in, and it was pretty tricky. So I had to again take this one off and made it pretty loose, then wrapped it around, and then I had to slowly punch it in, and then again put some grease over it, and then finally put the plate on. Now I have completely sealed it, and now I'll again put this bushing back on. Finally, shifter bushings. So this is the one which needs to go on the base. This is the smaller side, this is the bigger one. The smaller one needs to be on the base. After that bushing, we have to put the spring on, and finally we have to put this bushing on over the top, and then push it down, and again put the C-clip back on. So I guess it's pretty late now, and I'll be installing those end linkages tomorrow, but for now I'll just align the shifter by going inside, and I'll do it quickly, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Welcome back, guys. So last night we left the shifter in this condition, and we had to install those two end linkages in the front and align the shifter. So actually I went ahead and installed both and also aligned the shifter. Now I'll be explaining because I'm working since morning and it was getting frustrating. So now I have completed it, so I'll show you how to do that. So let's open the and go check it out. So this is the shifter mechanism, and this is the shifter tar. So here are the two linkages that I have replaced, and also I've opened this part of the I guess this is called the shifter relay, and I've also removed this and greased it inside because it can get corroded from inside and your shifter will feel very sticky. So to actually take this off, first thing I'll suggest is lock the shifter in the home position. To do that, you have to press this down, and here is a small black pin that you need to pull up, and it's like this, and you need to pull it up and lock it in so that this shifter doesn't move. So we'll go ahead and do that. Make sure it is centered, then you push it down and pull the pin upwards, and it will lock itself in the place and it won't move at all. Lock the shifter in the place. We'll go ahead, and there's a clip on this side that we pull it off and it'll come off, and also on that linkage spring part has a round lever that you can see on that side. We have to push it down and turn it clockwise, then it will get locked. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Push it down and then it gets locked. The spring compresses itself. So we have to do that on the both sides. Then we have to go again inside. We need a 5 mm drill bit or even an Allen key will work, but I like using drill bits. So what we have to do is wiggle the shifter and make the drill bit pass through these both holes and make it snug so that it doesn't move. Once we have done that, the shifter is in home position. Now we again need to go under the hood and we'll do some adjustments. Are in the home position, also the shifter rod in the home position. As your spring is compressed, the cable can move freely. Now what you need to do is take out all the slack that you can and then release the spring. So after you've done that, release the shifter tab from the home position and then we need to again go inside. So once again we are inside. So we have to remove that drill bit and now our shifter should be aligned. Now you can see there is no play left in the shifter and it feels so sturdy. Now let's check out the throw and if it hits all the gears. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then for the reverse, push down, reverse, neutral. No play whatsoever. Finally, I guess I could say I have done this correctly and completely, and now I don't need to worry about this shifter and it feels amazing. Now I have to clean all this mess and also put this center console back and the gator and the knob. Now again I'm putting the old one because I have some plan, so I'll be changing few things together. So for now I'll put the old one back on, and with the magic of editing, 3, 2, 1. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you have OCTAVIA or any group cars and you're thinking of upgrading your bushings, or your shifter is having a slop and you don't know the reason, so yes, bushings are the reason. And if you are thinking, just go for it because it's worth it. It takes very long and it requires a lot of patience. Not a very technical job, but yes, it needs a lot of patience and time. And anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you're new, consider subscribing. There's a lot more coming for this car, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay safe.